What's up, YouTube? Back again with another video. I know I was supposed to post weekly, but I've been on BS. Today, remember I told y'all we was gonna be doing public interviews with my elders and stuff like that. For Black History Month. Seeing what they endured as kids and growing up in whatever cities they've been in. Today, I have a special guest from Detroit. We know him as Clyde. I'm gonna have him introduce himself, and then we're gonna, just go ahead and get started with the questions. Hey, Clyde. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Clyde Reed. How you doing?
How old are you, Mr. Clyde?
60 years old.
Tell me a little bit, about like growing up in Detroit. You're from Detroit, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about growing up in Detroit.
Ooh. When I was a little man, so I was 6 years old. 1966, I was 5. Then in 1967, the riot came. I was living over there.
How old was you when the riot happened?
I was 6 years old.
Okay. What do you still remember it?
Oh yeah, I remember it like it's yesterday. So it was this. They was in the store. There was a black kid and a white person out there. Then they was still had that racist stuff going on. And when the white man killed that little black guy, the little black kid.
What black kid?
It was a black kid when he was in the store. They was in the store, and they thought he had stole something, some candy or something. So they got into an argument, and the white owner killed the little black boy. And that's how the 67 riots started.
Oh man, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never understood how the riots started. I thought it just started, because blacks wanted rights.
No. It started on 12th Street, 1967. I forgot. It was warm. I forgot what month it was, but it was warm. I think it was in July or August. But maybe you can Google it up, and it'll pop up for you later on down the line. You can get all the information about the 1967 riot. Okay. Well, I stayed right down the street from the riot, where it started right there between.
Wow, you stayed right down the street?
Yeah. I stayed right down the street between Woodrow Wilson and Byron. About another block down was 12th Street from Byron. I think it was. But yes, that's when the riot started. After that, the boy got killed. Next thing you know, everybody was on curfew.
Right.
And stuff. But still, at night, everybody started getting back together.
But what was curfew? Basically, what was curfew?
Curfew was at 8 o'clock.
So what that mean?
That means that you had to be in the house by 8 o'clock.
What happened if you didn't?
If you didn't, you would get arrested or you might get shot at. It all depends.
Man.
It all depends on the situation.
So, like, during Detroit, back then, was it predominantly white, or was it like a mixture of both?
It was mostly black in the city, but the white people still owned all the businesses.
Okay.
Because all of the white folks moved away because there was a lot of Greeks over there by LaSalle, and South LaSalle and North LaSalle was a lot of Greeks, Germans, all kind of different nationalities at that time. But then at that time, when the blacks started moving in, coming for the jobs for Chrysler, GM, and Ford, then everybody came from the South.
Right.
To get, to start a better life and a better living. And so the Motor City started running.
The great. It's called the Great. Yeah, we learned about that in history class. It's called the Great Migration.
Yes. And then everybody was coming from the south, coming to the north. So that's how.
See, that's why I thought the riots happened, because I thought like, the white people got jealous, and because the neighborhoods was being took over
No,
by African Americans.
no. We came for the work. Our families came to work in the plants, like you were saying last time. Just like what you say, the plantation and
The plantation. The plantation is set up like slavery.
He said the plant.
It
I remember
is.
what you said.
Yeah.
You said not, and then I thought about what you had said too. I was
Right.
like, dang, he kind of
Because if you really think about it, guys, if you really think about it, how slavery was set up. It was set up in a factory line, and they would work consistently for hours in that same spot.
Yep.
That's exactly what the assembly line do. And if you remember, back then, the first assembly line that was ever made was the cotton gin. And the cotton gin, before the cotton gin, it was slaves picking that cotton. So,
Yep.
assembly line assimilated from slavery. You cannot pay me top dog, and I'm not hating on the next man, because I know we all got to eat somewhere, somehow, and some people have kids out here, and we're all grown. So I understand, but I can't work at a plant, because I know what they're trying to do. They try to slap a lot of money in your face where you could be stuck and be a slave for the rest of your life.
True. That's true.
They'd rather see you making a lot of money, They'd rather see you making a lot of money and break your back to do it, than make a lot of money and not have to break your back and do it.
True. But the thing was, like you said, as far as the plant and plantation, everybody was trying to bring their family from the south too, because a lot of males left to find a better life for the family.
Right.
Even though they left their families still south until they got established here in Detroit to make everything meet, and bring their families here, and then buy houses or rent houses or house. But mostly when they did come, everybody was in the apartment buildings. It wasn't nothing but apartment buildings on 12th.
Was it kind of like how Chicago was, like where they had opened a whole bunch of Section 8 houses,
right,
to keep people,
right,
keep black people in a certain area.
Everybody was like still all in the ghetto,
Right.
I mean, like in Chicago. Now we gonna talk about Good Times. You know how Good Times was with Jay-Z,
yes,
Janet Jackson,
yes,
what's the name, and Thelma, and Michael,
right,
and John Amos. I'm gonna say they name in full, and his wife. Well, they always call her Ma,
right,
and then they always used to call her. It's getting ready to come to me just like this is coming to me right now. So I can tell you about that's how 12th Street was. It's like
how Good Times was set up,
like Dark McGuire.
So
it was just like the Jeffrey Projects, because everybody still was working.
How was Mark Twain back then? Because I know.
Oh, Mark Twain had all the gangsters. So we had, if you look at the American Gangsters, Mark Twain was a busy street back then,
right,
in the 70s, 69 to 70. Oh yeah, it wasn't nothing but heroin rolling around then.
Right.
It wasn't no cocaine. It was a little sniffing and all that old
like
stuff.
far as, because I see it's like, a It's high on abandoned houses over here. Was it was all the houses repaired back then, or was it still the same
No,
situation?
they tore all the apartment buildings down.
No, I'm talking about the houses for like on like
Well,
Finkel and stuff like that in
well,
the
the houses
buildings.
was all still the same,
What about
but the
Finkel?
majority was white.
Was Finkel? So like
And over
majority of
here,
them.
this going towards 8 Mile.
So why
Also,
was this area majority white?
because they felt they didn't want to move out. They
Oh,
done raised
okay.
their kids and
It's
stuff
so
in the
crazy,
city.
y'all. Like, cause I know people across the state is watching this, so y'all probably won't understand the reason why we're separating the race in the city because Detroit 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 is predominantly all black. You rarely see white people for real unless you go downtown. So um to hear that this area was predominantly white at one point in time,
Excuse me.
it's crazy because like you wouldn't expect it like just living over here, with unless you spoke to somebody.
Yeah. And then on top of it, we had the Jeffries Project. We had the Brewster Project. We had Herman Giefer Project. And then all from 12th and 14th, still now. You got some like by all the major streets. You have an apartment there, like Webb and 12th. If you rode the bus
Right.
that way, and then coming back, you still have some apartments there is monumental,
Right.
So as everything go, they kept some, but the next thing you know, the ones that got blew up by the tanks and stuff, they had,
Tanks. They
yeah,
had tanks.
yeah, yeah. The National Guard came out. When the National Guard came out, if you wasn't in the house by curfew, but people was on top of the roof shooting at them.
Dang,
They
what the
had
heck?
machine guns and everything. Yeah, man, I was a little man. I seen all this.
See, that's what turned niggas into gangsters.
No, yeah. Then again when the Vietnam
How you
War.
supposed to trust the government when the government turning on you?
Yeah, why you think? Why you think Muhammad Ali didn't go through service?
I wouldn't have went. I never lived.
Muhammad Ali
I'm
told.
injured now,
Wait a
but
minute.
I still wouldn't have.
Muhammad Ali told me that them Vietnam King Kong or whatever you want to call it, they ain't called me no nigga.
That's
He said,
true.
"Well, I'm gonna go
That's
down
true.
there and
That's
fight
true.
your shit," and I
That's
ain't.
true.
But then they told Muhammad Ali, they said, Muhammad, this is 1971. I'm just going up in a little history with you. But I want to still go back to Dr. Martin Luther King. I can tell you that's backwards. And I
How old was you
here.
when the whole?
That was in the 68 when he
And how old were you at that time?
7.
Okay, you were 7.
All this stuff happening 1 year at a time.
Oh my God. Ugh.
And I just missed John F. Kennedy.
So you saw Martin Luther King's speech
Yes,
when it was on?
Yeah.
So you remember the whole March on Washington
I
movement?
yep, I remember everything.
Man,
That's real.
man. It's only so
And I
many
can
people.
prove it.
To be honest, like nowadays, it's only so many people that you can actually sit down that actually been there because all the older people are gone. That
My
was living
mothers
there.
and daddies,
Yeah,
they went
yeah,
on.
yeah. They're gone mostly. So it's good to to have this sit down to hear about because you're walking history to be honest, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, yesterday is gone. Everything that you do today is today.
Right.
And then when tomorrow come after 12 or whatever they want to say, you better get home, Cinderella. If you home at 12 and after 12,
Right.
it's a new day.
Right.
It's a new day.
So like, how was like high school here growing up?
Oh man, now.
Like, was it safer? Cause I know when I was going to school, from like
elementary.
Because when I was going to school 09 and 2015, it started to get safer, when like when I got in like 10th or 11th
See,
grade.
we didn't play back then.
But like ninth grade year, it was off the chain. I ain't gonna lie, it was off the chain.
Man, that's when that crack came in.
Well, when you was in high school?
No, I see. It didn't start. The epidemic didn't start till 82 or 83. I graduated in 79, 1979.
Right.
Okay. Then about 2 or 3 years later, there wasn't really no jobs.
Right.
But then somebody came up with crack. And that shit spread like wildfire.
Was it? Do you feel like crack had the same? It had the same
effect like heroin?
No, like it had the same popularity as cigarettes was at one point in time, and as weed was at one point in time.
Just like liquor too.
So it was so everybody was basically, it was a trio.
But when see what happened?
Because that's how the movies make it seem. It make it seem like nobody knew that it was going to be a problem, like it was going to make you addicted. Yeah, nobody knew that. Everybody thought it was fun. Everybody thought it was fun, and then
the beginning,
and then they realized, like, hey man,
turned them into a monster.
Yeah, so that's true. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Cause next thing you know, you taking, you stealing, you out taking money, shit from your family. Real talk.
Right.
Real talk. There's a whole lot of them in the graveyard.
Makes you want and want and want and want. You cannot get enough of it. It always makes you want. And you think you had enough, but your body says, I want more, and I want more. And your mind says, I gotta get more, and you're gonna get more. Regardless of how you have to do it, you get it. Whether you have to rob, steal, kill, whatever, you're gonna get it. In a way, I wish crack can go away, and in a way, I wish it doesn't. I wish it can go away because of the killing it's doing, and then again, I wish it can stay because of the money it's making. I've made quite a bit of money in the drug game, and it's done a lot for me. It's put a car, it's got me a car, it's got me an apartment, and it's just got me things I needed. See, in the drug game, $10 can bring you 20. 20 can bring you 40, because you can buy it and cut it up and sell it again. It's just that simple. If you want to go out and work for somebody and make $3.75, $4 an hour, and when you could be out in the street making $100, $200, $300 a day, hey, you think about it, that would convince you to go into the drug game.
For doing stupid shit, but it was that crack. That crack, hey, it took over weed. They didn't even have weed for about 4 years. Weed didn't really come back to 1991, right. 92. Crack just took over, and if you found you some weed, shit, you had to pay like for a nickel, you had to pay about $20 for that weed. Yeah. $20.
20. That's how it is in West Virginia.
But see, they switched the game.
That's how it is in West Virginia. You got to pay $20 a nut for weed.
They switched the game. They bum rushed everybody with that crack, and they made it cheaper too.
Right.
But they'll blow their whole paycheck and then go home and find the money that they hid and blow that too.
Not the money that they hid. Ain't nobody else hid it. They hid it. Like, you can't hide money for. Well, you used to do that and actually hide it for. We spent 30 minutes looking for his money that he hid from himself.
So you can't find
that nigga had the best hiding spot in history.
Bro, I ain't got time for you pissing me off, bro. You fucking up my day, bro. And you came over, man. I'm itching like a bitch. You got
I'm pissing you off. You smell like piss.
Man, your breath pissing me off.
Hey, you sure you ain't see my wallet?
Man, you got a childish ass mustache.
Man, fuck all this.
I don't know where your wallet
They
is.
looking for my wallet, son. Hey, just move around, son.
Who the fuck was you to tell me to move the fuck around in my
I don't
house?
like hanging around new niggas.
So look, shotgun barrel nose
son.
ass, man.
Get your Beaver Creek nose
Man,
ass,
who was you to tell me to move around in my crib?
Hey, just move around, son. I don't
You gotta have bed bugs.
I don't bang with that stealing shit. Just move
Steal.
around, son. Man, just
Nigga,
move
I'm
around.
steal from
Just
you,
move
nigga.
around before I
Nigga,
get
you
left.
in my crib.
Alright, son. Just go in your room before I go dirty.
We gonna
All
do
that
shit.
ass. Little baby Weezer smelling ass.
Man, straight down your wallet.
Man, how about that bitch was in my pocket the whole time, son?
Man, get the fuck out of my crib.
Little jawbreaker nose.
No, that was further down. Shoot, I was talking about shoot when General Motors after Vietnam, and then I was talking about the autoplex. See, the autoplex started moving around then. See, everybody in 1970, 71, 72. Oh, Richard Nixon was the man.
Why you say that?
Shoot, he had everybody making money. He gave everybody bonuses.
I have a question about politics.
What
if you
about?
don't mind. Why did
this.
people switch from Republican to Democrat? Why do you feel that? Yeah, I know you don't probably know the real reason, but
No, it ain't about that. Everybody still gotta do their own. You can make your own way.
but I'm saying though, why did
wait
they?
a minute, hold on. I'm finna tell you the story. It's a story along politics.
Right.
Politics been like that. Democrat, Republicans. The Republicans was always for the rich.
Right.
Okay, they taxes and stuff was differential than the Democrats. Okay, so the Democrats, when we came up north after the Civil, I'd say beyond the Civil War, something like that, the Confederate and stuff. It was Grant and now I'm going back a long time before it started upward. See, because you can't bring back time. I mean, real talk.
Right.
And then so you kept on moving. And you keep on moving. Then segregation still popped right back in there. After everybody got their little paper. I mean they papers. I ain't gonna say little.
Right.
So they made they made museums realistic. There's people out. It's stuff out here we ain't even found. Still in our grandmama and people's houses. You can look at everything around. And it's real. Everything gonna go away. I mean, as time. But you still gonna remember.
Right.
You gonna remember. And then you gonna still keep going forward. That's how you gonna do. And live.
I mean, some people don't remember well. Like my little brother, if he told me if it ain't important, he ain't gonna remember it, and it's true. Like I'll be like, hey, bro, you remember this? And he be like,
But you'll remember all the killers, won't you? You remember this and that. Oh, what's name got shot? That's different. Then you ain't gonna remember? You ain't gonna remember your friend? Hey, ladies over there. You ain't gonna remember all the people that got beat down and then seen family.
You right,
They got messed up too.
You right though.
You don't remember that part?
Nah, you gonna remember that. You gonna remember that.
I remember people found in abandoned houses, all them lights and all them. Look at what's his name, son. He was found on the roof. Oh money. All this a whole lot.
Was the gas stations always owned by Arabs?
No.
Well, not really Arabs, Middle Easterns.
No.
I mean, Middle Easterns. Yeah, Middle Easterns.
No, all you gotta do is say, yeah, it was. But India had a whole lot to keep the economy going too, as far as money. And then, we always loved China. We love China, and nobody better not mess with China.
Shoot, Trump tried to.
No, he didn't, because that's why his ass only did number 4 years. You know why he did 4 years? Because
he did two. He did two.
He did 4.
He didn't do 2 terms.
I said I said he did one term. 4 years. He did 4 years.
Oh, it's one term. Oh, I don't know, man. I just know they be in office for a long
You
time.
got to keep up with your history when you talk to me.
I hear you. I
don't
hear
think
you.
I don't read some of this stuff.
Listen, I do my background too. I just don't keep up how long they be in office. Like I know about the legislative, the judicial, the executive branch. I know about my Congress. I know about my laws. I know about the amendments. I know slavery. I know slavery still exists when you go to jail. I know all this. I can talk to you a book about all the parts.
Yeah, you can keep on talking, but I live the real. See, that's the difference. See, I know every step by
So, like, how do you feel? Like, it was hard for y'all to vote during that time. So, like, okay, I'm gonna ask two questions. How challenging was it for you to vote when you turned 18 and so on?
Nah.
Was it challenging?
Nope.
Oh, it wasn't challenging. Okay, it was over.
To vote.
Okay.
But the thing was, they pulled us down to not. They kept on threatening us a little more, not as much, about half and half. I put it like that. I'll make it equal. So the black folks won't vote. So what they did, they was giving out different coupons, green stamps and stuff like that. So it kept it down so the Republicans, could keep a little control, even though the Republicans had all the money.
Right.
Democrats was trying to fight back, saying, if you got that money, what about us?
Right.
I mean, hey, so the Republicans always been for the rich, period. They had land, they had...
Why do you personally feel... I'll tell you why I personally feel that way, but why do you personally feel that they was favoring towards slavery in the beginning, Republicans?
Because it wasn't, no. See, the Republicans was always for the rich.
Right. But so like they felt
that's
like
why they got
that's
Democrat.
Okay, so that's why I feel that they wanted slavery the end, because they felt like they could use these slaves. They could go get them, they could go work them for cheap. Instead of go paying these white men, they're gonna want, like a lot of money back then. I go pay this slave that just got released, that live in the projects, that his house is dirt cheap. I can go pay him cheaper than I would have to go pay a white American. So why wouldn't I want him free?
You smart.
Let me tell you.
And I feel like that's why they wanted us free. It was all a business move.
Yeah, all of it. That's why they confiscated a whole lot of black.
They felt like it would be more worth it towards the economy to have us work. They didn't never think we was gonna have any power. They didn't never see that coming. They didn't never see the power part coming. They just wanted us to contribute to society and put money and put money. Yeah, they wanted to keep us in the same thing, but they wanted us to put money into the economy. They felt like
that's how building.
Because every citizen, gets money taken out of gets tax dollars taken. Listen, they get tax dollars that get taken out their check every year.
Yeah.
So like every person is counted. So like if you able to free a guy, hey, the state get money from you. They get the tax from you.
We know that part.
So like it was more affordable to keep your ass out than put you in a slave ship slave setting and you only put you in a slave setting and you ain't counted. You're not counted as a human. So you're not making no money. You're just a mule, a dog, or whatever. So you're not making the state no money. You just making that one man some money.
I like your comment.
You're just making that one man some money. That one man. The government want to make some money off your ass.
Paying you though.
Nah, but listen though. The government don't care about what that white man is paying for.
That's
They
why
just
he
want
set up
that.
a fund
No,
so
listen.
you get your income tax.
Listen though.
So
The government.
the
When
money-
somebody hit you something deep, the government does not want that one. That does not want. Did not want that one man having all that money. So he like the government in the North was like
That's what I'm saying.
the government in the North was like nah, we need to put that man into the economy for the economy can make some money off his
Right,
ass.
so that's why
I
they
read
can't
it.
tax.
So I read it. Go him be free. Go live in these little broke neighborhoods, for I can get some money from him around tax time,
Tax.
and then we can go come out with these businesses. We come out with these businesses and come out with a business platform called Selling to the Negro, and we can give all
That's
these
what I
white we
was
can give
about
all
to
these
say.
listen we can give all these business owners, we can give all these
I
business.
done lived through what you get ready.
I know,
brother.
but I just want to tell my viewers, I want to put them hip. So like we gonna take all these businesses and we gonna have them sit down and watch this video, learn the platform of how to sell to a Negro. So now we have them counted as a state. So now they get their little refund and we get money from them. All through the year we get money from them and they get their little refund at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So now we can help these businesses out with this Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
Now we can help these businesses out with these Black Friday sales. Now all these free slaves that have all this tax refund that they've been owed us, because you took the money out throughout the whole year, and you just slapped it in my face at the end of the year, which you still taxed. You still put taxation on that check, a check that you already was taking stuff out of. So. Yeah, so like they just so like it's like it was better to just keep us around. It was way better to just keep us around.
A lot of people
More of the
don't
story.
know nothing. This is why I just sat down and been thinking all winter, cause this spring before my birthday, April.
Hand me the blunt,
Huh?
Hand me the blunt.
Oh, so I just put it out. Well, shit, you didn't ask for it tonight. The thing is, what I was getting to say, everything getting ready to change. Around my birthday, April, after this month, it's only 28 days in this month. Today is what? The what? 6.
Hey man, I think about it like this.
What's the date? What is it? What's the date?
Today is
the 6th.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the 8th. I can't pause. I'm on the video.
Oh. Shit. Yeah. Hey, they should do it. Hey, man, you can make $1 billion.
What?
You know how they pause that shit? And you can catch up with everything off the TV? You know how the TV used to do it and pause and you bring it right back?
What you mean? The TV can't pause.
No, I'm talking about on the phone. And then whatever you record is still...
Man, I can, but then I have to start another recording and then I have to edit it.
Well, I'm trying to make an ideal too. Before I leave here.
Stop talking like that. Like you live until you about 200.
No, I'm still going to try to... Hey, we was all messing with this stuff.
You going to make history. You going to live to 200.
Hell no. No. See, they have to be... Man, they be picking me up. Y'all need to go make a woman. Go get a woman and make... and keep the world going. Do that. That's good enough for me.
I'm worried about getting this money and I get married. I get married one day, but I'm not this little girlfriend and all this other stuff. I'm over it. I just eventually I want.
Man, you gonna go when you start,
eventually
you start rolling. You ain't gonna stop.
Eventually,
when you start making money.
Eventually, when I find a real one that's actually solid, I want to get married and stuff like that. But like that's the main goal. Like I ain't worried about having no kids if I'm not married, because I want to be around my kid 24/7. But I ain't hating on the next person, you know, in their situation, you know, whatever they go through or whatever they have going. Because my mom was a teen mom, and my dad wasn't in my life, so So, but I understand. I mean, but like I took that situation, I took that situation and understood that I didn't want to take that route. You feel me? You know, I didn't want to take that route and have a kid and you know I was young, so like you know I've been waiting, you know, till I find a real one, you know, somebody that I can, you know, be a partner with, and we raise this kid together. I always been wanting to have a family. It ain't even got nothing to do with my childhood. It's just been something I always wanted since I was like in grade school. Like I always wanted to.
And I show you my kids on my phone. I show you all my kids and my 11 grandbabies.
Right.
I'm the one just, you know, everybody want me to do this. Like, look, if this don't last, it's gonna last for another 2 years because it's in the bank, and the bank don't want to destroy. As long as somebody is in this house, they ain't gonna mess with Yvette and them. But I done gave Yvette some letters where she might not even have to pay for this and keep on moving.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything stands still and keep it
pretty much. You know, it was just we was trying to have a sit down. You know, hear about his past and hear how he grew up and stuff like that. I think we got a good video. You'll
Detroit,
see.
Michigan, baby. Finkelbaum, the Avenue.
All right, YouTube. If you watch this video and you enjoyed it, you know, like, comment, and also need you to subscribe. You know, we trying to go up this year. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of pranks, vlogs. I was serious. I know it might sound like you might have thought I was playing, but we're really doing haunted houses. I've been looking them up in Detroit and all this. We got 3 people so far that said they're gonna do it. Yeah, so that's one thing we're gonna be doing this year. We're definitely gonna be doing haunted houses because there's a lot in Michigan that a lot of people don't know about. So you know, I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna check them out and see what they is. I'm not no scaredy pants, and I'm gonna do it. All right, y'all. Anything else you want to say, Clyde, before we go?
Hey, love y'all. Have a prosperous year, and let's make this money.
Right.